Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a great Wednesday evening. And tonight on Men, we are talking about something that everybody has suffered from, a heartbreak. And there are others who've suffered from a little bit more than the normal, like Colin over here. He's had more than, how many heartbreaks? Anyway, welcome to the show. I first of all want to welcome Lillian. Lillian, this is your first time here. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
I hope you've had enough heartbreaks to share with us.
What? Peter?
Not really
Right,
enough.
okay. Afande Kulaije, welcome to the show.
Thank you. At least I've not had a heartbreak.
Not even one?
No. Yeah, but you see, what is important is that you ought to know how to avoid it.
Yeah.
If you know how to avoid it,
you're in business.
You survive it.
It's good to have you back. Yes, the Three Musketeers, as always, you know, last week was a rough week. But guys lost a few kilos and the week before, but we're still going strong.
What happened?
There was a lot of pressure, talking about cheating and everything. Yeah, but
Peter was conspicuously quiet. In that show. During that show, yes. He kept laughing.
He forgot to talk about his friends.
Did that signify he was guilty?
No. That's what he's actually implying.
No, I'm not implying anything. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Peter, we're too old to imply things. We say them.
Okay, correct.
Right.
So now, heartbreak. There are a lot of people who have been heartbroken. And the hardest part about being heartbroken is picking up the pieces. We want to hear from a lady's point of view because it's always bad for women. You know, that's when somebody even becomes depressed. If she's got beautiful hair like yours, she cuts it off. I do not know why. Now you know why she's got no hair. Now, heartbreak. You have to have a heartbreak, especially as a lady. I'm yet to come across a lady who's not been heartbroken. And at least from the gentleman's side, I know you can survive. But the ladies, if you've not been heartbroken, you're usually at a very vulnerable situation, especially when you get into marriage. What would you say is the first step for a lady to deal with a heartbreak?
I would say one is to accept that it has come. You can't take it back.
The chap is gone. It's
gone. And I think the best way is to kind of start looking at the bad things that this guy used to do. In a way, they help you to cope, you know? Yeah. Because otherwise, you're going to stick to the positives. And as long as you look at the positives, you won't move on. You'll meet a nice guy out there after some time, and you can't even see that they're actually nice because you are really stuck to the other old guy because of the good things he used to do. So the best thing is to accept that it's come to an end. Everything comes to an end. You can't hang. And to look for those bad things. If possible, list them down. Say this, in this year, this. You know, you go back to your store and you pick all those bad things, put them down.
So women, in other words, never forget anything.
We don't. We are really, really good record keepers. Okay. We don't. Yes. So all those little things you do and you think I've forgotten. No, it's somewhere in the bank. So when that time comes, the strategy is to pull out all those bad things that will help you to, you know, forget about that guy and really say, he's a nasty guy, and you move on. And I think the other thing also is to...
I've never heard that one before.
Okay. It's like as long as you are alive, there's something to learn.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Joseph, 1%.
And I think the other thing is to surround yourself with people who give you positive energy and who understand your situation. Not those who are going to say, no, it can't be, no, go back. You know, because you can't go back. And there are many people who actually try to take you back. And it's worse when you're married. You know, they just can't accept that you're going to walk away from this guy or he's walked away from you. And the thing is, you can't force it. So surround yourself with people who understand the fact that you're broken up and you've moved on, or you're trying to move on, and they'll support you. That's what I can say.
Okay, very heavy words.
You know what's interesting?
Yes, Afande.
After the first time I appeared,
yes,
somebody monitored the show, and this guy calls my number. I don't know who even gave it to him. He was heartbroken, a gentleman. So I said, look, we can't discuss this on phone. Send me a mail. Tell me your story on mail. Yeah. And here's the case. 1 year. They have been married for 7 years. But 1 complete year, the wife is carrying him through hell. Practically hell. And she's not forthright that she's not into the relationship anymore.
So she's just sending signals.
She's just sending signals, and the guy is hanging on because of their child. I think 1 or 2 children they had. And so you think, what do I do? I didn't ask him last year saying to look for the ugly thing. Because like she said, women have very good record keeping that we don't.
Yeah.
Just like it is very difficult to satisfy them.
Yes.
No.
In which ways? But
No, I mean, first and foremost, it's to know that in life there are ups and downs. Because if they are not there, first of all, life would be a bore.
yeah.
You must accept that there are good things and ugly things that happen to you in life. What is important, and the successful person is that one that copes with the downs. You can only call yourself successful if you are able to pick the pieces, as you called it.
Yeah.
And the first step is stop the blame game. Because in most cases, it is the blame game. One does self-interrogation. But I believe by the time you broke up, the interrogation should have ended long ago. Because when these things, these disagreements develop, it's important to start both self-interrogation and examining your partner. And the problem, however, many people do, is that they use argument style than conversational. Be sure, the moment your tone is argumentative, the other person goes on the defensive. Because you are offensive.
Yeah.
The natural instinct is defense.
Yeah.
But if you want to elicit understanding, to get back an explanation that's genuine, approach from a conversational point of view, despite the anger you have been feeling. And that's why it's always advisable that if you have been hurt, first sleep over. Allow the anger to go down. You'll be able to talk in a sober manner.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, you'll be able to appreciate what is being said. But when you are annoyed, you are actually averse to anything else that does not conform with what you expect.
Yeah.
You want a confession.
Yes. You're demanding.
You are demanding a confession, even when actually there may not be a confession to make. Probably there was a misunderstanding. So the first thing is stop the blame game. Number one. Number two, however, if we are moving on, you need, however, to evaluate what did not go well so that I avoid it in future.
So, kind of like, how did we get here in the
Yes.
first place? Yeah.
Now, this is just interrogating your journey. It's not blame game. You're rather examining the road you have taken to reach here. That's why we study history.
Yeah.
I'm always against those who the campaign studying history. Because if you don't study history, you can't know where you have come from, and therefore you can't predict where you're going.
Right. Yeah.
It all depends on self-counseling first and foremost. And this business of going for advice from other people. You know, you may think
Friends
that...
you talked about.
Yes. You may think that everybody wishes you well. Actually, others are enjoying drama.
Yeah.
They are seeing you as an actor on a stage. And therefore, they enjoy giving you advice. You weep, especially for the ladies, you weep. And then in turn they are laughing. Or they say, oh, sorry, you know, but these things happen. Some of them may even have contributed to the breakup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Colin, you're dealing with a heartbreak. But then, have you ever been heartbroken? You know, I might be assuming you have and you haven't.
The guy shot first and now he's aiming.
I swear
That's a good one.
There is no help for Peter. We have tried. I'm just going to ask the viewers to just vote Peter off the show because he just runs this
Where
thing
he's a good host.
he runs it like a rebel group.
When you are good commanders in that group.
I don't think you're going to succeed in that.
No, but I mean, I would not wish heartbreak on anyone. No, especially, and I understand where Lillian is coming from when she says you take out all the bad things.
You do the same.
No, I'm saying I understand. I don't agree. I think it's juvenile. But I don't. I think it's a coping mechanism. It works. It's like breaking your leg in the Stone Age people do what they could, so you might limp the rest of your life, but it's not a way to heal.
Is this man calling you names?
No.
No, he's not.
I'm saying I said the approach was rudimentary. And then, because I think that in this day and age, the truth is people are in your life. People move, people change towns, people change cities, people move countries to deal with heartbreak. But yet, even when they're 10,281 miles away, they are in your life every day.
Very precise, but yeah.
Yeah, it's quite very precise. They're in your life. You know what.
Way of dealing with it measured.
You see, maybe one thing. Sorry to cut you short, Colin. The issue of being very emotional. You know, men may find coping with the breakup easier.
No.
I said,
That's
wait, please allow me. I use the word may. I use my words carefully. If you have never realized, love relationships are very sentimental with the ladies more than the men.
That's why they get more heartbreaks, because for them it's emotion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whereas for us it could be anything else.
Okay. Just to get back in, so I can take this where I wanted to say. I am men are people. They have feelings, and it is true that when men get in relationships that they think are serious, and those relationships end, they will get heartbroken. They will be shattered. They will be devastated. The reason why we are saying there are higher occurrences with women, because women mostly tend to think that the relationship they're in will last. They put their all into it. But yes, there are relationships where men have put their all into it and it breaks. And I hate to say this, but you are dead in the water. Okay. And what do? You move on. You must grieve. I definitely believe that you must allow yourself to grieve. Go through the grieving process. Miss the person.
Now, we have to get into a break, but I just want to
I hadn't even finished.
Because you had a lot to say. But I just want to find out something from your line of thinking. I think we all agree that women are more emotional than men when it comes to relationships. Then are we then saying that women hurt when they get into a breakup because there's an emotional attachment going, but men hurt because of jealousy? You just know my woman is going and she's going to become another man's property.
But no,
Really?
but that's
No. After the break, we are here on men, and we are talking about moving on after a heartbreak. Don't forget.
No, we are not.
This is your show. We want to hear from you. You can go to our Facebook page. It's NTV Men. Like it. Then give us your comments. You can also send us an SMS on 6565 or send us a private email. That's men@ntvuganda.co.ug. We'll be right back after the break.